For those of you in the construction, architectural, engineering, anywhere in those disciplines, you really should learn about embeds. It's one of those items that I'm meeting architect students who have no idea what they are. I'm meeting engineers who understand what they are but not how they're used, and contractors or construction guys who understand them but have never actually put their hands, touched, or really understand what they do. So for those of you who do know, awesome, teach. For those of you who don't know, hang out for about 5 minutes. You may learn something. So this is an embed. Now there are two parts to an embed. It's the steel plate on top and the long studs down below that are welded onto that plate. The size of the plate and the length of the stud and the thickness of the stud directly correlates to the structure that it's being installed in. Now the studs are what's set down into the concrete when the concrete is poured. The plate on top is what you would see, and the steel girder, steel structure, is what welds onto that plate. So let's take a look here. Okay, so now this is a steel embed placed in the concrete, and you can see the concrete is hardened around it. So now this piece of steel is now ready to have a girder or structural member welded to it. The main reason embeds are used is to tie the steel to the concrete wall. And you can see them, they're all the way down, about 8 feet in between each one. And they'll run that girders from that steel across the other side. So now I'm going to go one step further and show you what it looks like prior to the pour, but on the other side where I was just pointing. Now remember, embeds are set into the concrete pour. Now this is a single bond beam at this moment. As you can see, the rebar is set. There's a cap that'll hold it so the concrete only fills up to this one cell. Now what'll happen is those embeds, this embed right here is for the steel girder that's going to run across and connect to that one. So it'll look similar to that, but it'll be up above. So it'll sit from there and it'll run to this girder. This embed here runs across to that side. Same idea is this one here runs to this one. This one, as you can see, is leaned off to the left instead of the right. This one, the steel girder, will sit on top of this, or the member, and it'll sit on top of that one. Just as the next one that runs from here will run from here across to that one, similar to the way this one is run across. This one will run across to here, and then there'll be cross members that hit on top of each one of these. Now, just as these run out to here, you can see how they're poured. They're not poured yet, but what they are is they're covered. The member went into that, which sat on top of those embeds that were placed on this wall. And now what they'll do is they'll pour that concrete and it'll fill that entire area along with the embed. So that entire structure will become one with all of these steel members with the concrete wall behind it. The more you know.